It's always been an issue.
Jonita has struggled with sleep as long as she can remember.
I've had such a unsteady schedule. You never really feel fully rested, and you start to gain weight. You start to develop all kinds of issues.
For Jonita, it's not just an aggravation. Sleep issues are her job, and she's seen plenty of them while working at the sleep clinic at Mass General Hospital.
I think the pandemic kind of messed everybody's schedule up a little bit. Everybody's thrown off. Your bodies are thrown off.
And not just the pandemic. A study last year showed sales of melatonin shot up 150% between 2016 and 2020. According to the National Institutes of Health, most research on exactly how effective melatonin can be is inconclusive. But that hasn't stopped the increase in use and increased dosages.
5, 10 milligrams, 15 milligrams, 20 milligrams. That's way too much melatonin.
Dr. Kenneth Sassauer is a sleep specialist at MGH. He says 1 milligram will usually do the trick, allowing the supplement to work with the melatonin your brain is already producing. But he says most people are actually using melatonin for the wrong reasons.
I think the conditions where it's most effective are what we call sort of the circadian rhythm, the sleep clock issue. In other words, folks who are typically are night owls, who don't go to bed until maybe 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. This helps to advance the clock earlier.
Dr. Sassauer says melatonin is not meant to ease anxiety or to be taken for long periods of time to deal with chronic sleep issues.
When it starts become more protracted and where sleep becomes really more difficult in a course of weeks to months, then I would think I'd bring it up to the primary care physician.
And he says it's important to remember melatonin is considered a dietary supplement, which means it's not regulated as strictly by the FDA. Researchers recently tested 25 samples of melatonin gummies and found all but 3 of them weren't accurately labeled. They contained anywhere from 74% to 347% more melatonin than what was listed. And if you're taking other medications, Dr. Sassauer says that can be dangerous, especially for people on blood thinners or those with epilepsy.
And plus, there are a lot of medications that you can't take with melatonin. Folks who are taking blood pressure medications, and sometimes that can elevate their blood pressure.
Some people have reported reactions to high doses of melatonin, including exceptionally vivid dreams or emotional responses like depression or sudden mood swings.
I had one patient that had really what we call emotional lability, very sort of crying jags for prolonged periods. And once she stopped it went away.
For Jonita, melatonin has made a difference, but she says even the over-the-counter supplements should be discussed with your doctor.
Always ask your doctor what is right for you. Everybody is different.
Yeah, and if you're taking melatonin and you have kids in the house, remember it's not harmless for them either. Last year, a study showed over a 10-year period, more than 4,000 children were hospitalized after taking the supplement, mostly accidentally.
Well, that number about how there's an incorrect amount of melatonin 3.5 times in some cases.
Yeah.
That's very eye-opening. Yes.
Wild.
Yeah. All right. Incredible.